there, everybody. It's Mike DeLisio with another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Disney's The Haunted Mansion Call of the Spirits game. 2 to 6 players, coming from Funko Games. Serpents and Spiders, Tale of a Rat, calling the spirits wherever they're at. So, you may be familiar with the Haunted Mansion ride at the Disney theme parks. I know that it's at both Disneyland in California and Disney World in Orlando. It may well be in other Disney parks around the world, but I know about these two. And so this is a game based off of that ride, which is certainly an iconic attraction at the Disney theme parks. So here's our rule book here. It goes over the contents and the setup for the game. Each round, the game is played in rounds. Each round consists of 2 phases, the action phase and the event phase. And then it goes into detail on how each of those different phases work. Okay, the action phase is probably where most of it's going to happen. And you've got Hitchhiking Ghosts, end of round, final round, and scoring. Not a whole lot of rules, as you might expect. This is going to probably be a family weight game. That certainly would make the most sense based off of the intellectual property. Welcome, foolish mortals. This is our board, and it looks like it is very, I like the graphic design. I'm going to zoom out here so you can see the different quadrants. I guess quadrant would not be correct. The different areas of the board. Well, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. It depends on, those are probably different areas. So I don't think quadrant would be correct. But anyway, there's a hole cut in the middle there for, I assume, something that's going to be eventually placed there. Looks like we've got some dials here that are going to keep track of something or other. All right, we've got a couple of those. We've got what I'm assuming is going to go in the middle of that board, and it looks like it kind of has a cutout there, so maybe this would even spin. It has a hole there. I have a finger cut out. I imagine that would be spinning around. We've got some little minis here. What I'm assuming is a first player token, the candelabra. Let's look at these minis. Here's our Hitchhiking Ghosts, and I'm going to tell you what. I'm not positive about this, and it probably said it on the box. This looks like a glow-in-the-dark mini to me. I would not be surprised if this glowed in the dark, but kind of the iconic ghosts that are trying to hitch a ride with you on your in your little car when you're driving through the ride. Towards the end of the ride, you've got those hitchhiking ghosts that are trying to get into your car with you. Okay, so these are the different player markers. Look like different gargoyles in the different player colors. See if we can get those a little bit more. There you go. And then it looks like we've got some cards, some that look to be almost microscopic. These cards are tiny. Wow, okay. I almost hesitate to open these, but I'm going to. I will do what's needed for this unboxing, as trepidatious as I may be. All right, so let's just look at some of these. These, I cannot emphasize to you how small these are. So these look like to be the different Hitchhiking Ghost cards that, from what it appears, have values from 1 to 3. All right. And I don't think there's any real variation in those. So I think we're good by just seeing one example of each of those. Here's our other decks of cards, which appear to be of standard size, which is nice because I was afraid of all those little cards spilling everywhere. And nobody wants that. Okay, let's look at the other cards here. Some nice art on these cards. I like that quite a bit. So maybe different ways that these cards score would be my guess. Some of them have some text abilities. Move the Hitchhiking Ghost 2 rooms when you collect this card. Draw something when you collect this card. Some of them just look to be appeared based on a set collection scoring system, at least just based off of the appearance of it. And I imagine that's probably the case. All right, so you can see some really nice art. The card quality is not going to knock you out, but it certainly doesn't seem to be substandard. I would say it's probably standard card quality. I don't know that there's any kind of a linen finish, perhaps. I don't really feel like there is, though. It feels just like standard matte finished cards. Let's look through the second deck, which looks to be kind of more of what we've seen before. But maybe, I think there might be some player aid cards in here as well, so you can see more of the different ghosts that you're collecting and artifacts and such. And then I wanted to say towards the end here, yeah, so it looks like there's some traveling, or the Hitchhiking Ghost cards. All right, maybe telling you how far to spin that central wheel would be just a guess there. And then player aid cards, action, move, rotate, collect, duel, and discard. You're doing up to 3 actions a turn. All right, well, I think that gives us a pretty good idea of what you're going to find inside the box of the Haunted Mansion Call of the Spirits game. Thank you for watching another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing.